Can you hear me, everybody? Okay. So, welcome to this talk. You have the QR for the question and answer session. You can start already asking some questions like, why are you here and also there? This is a good question that you can ask. I don't know, it's my company style, so let's dive into the topic. So, before starting, I would like you to find me in that picture. No, okay, just kidding. Okay, so, let's talk about connecting to Amazon Vendor with modern GS1 XML instead of EDIFACT. So the agenda for today, I didn't know really how to structure that because I didn't know the kind of public that I was going to have. So if you were really experts in EDIFACT, or maybe you knew something about GS1, or you just came here because you saw Amazon. Oh, that's cool, Amazon must be cool, so let's come here. So I'm gonna try to tell, not very in detail, but a summary of what we are doing and how we are connecting Amazon Vendor with Odoo. So I would talk before about brain tech, then the state of the art, EDIFACT, what is EDIFACT, our solution, why GS1 XML, and a real world example. So, we are brain tech. We are Odoo Gold partner in Switzerland, Germany, and Austria. We are a consultant company. We have been 4 times the best Odoo partner in Europe, and we have a full Odoo service. We have the most certified Odoo expert worldwide, and 35 employees, more than 35 employees across 16 locations in 5 countries. I'm located in Madrid right now. So, I'm a customer care agent. It's been 4 years that I've been working in brain tech. First as a software developer, and right now as a customer care agent. So what I do is I develop some improvements for processes, or this is one part of my job, so really developing, and another part is like solving problems and answering questions from our customers. So right now, I also solving a problem from my company because I'm not the original speaker of that talk. Actually, the original speaker had an injury and he couldn't come, so that's why I'm here, and I will try my best. I hope you like it. So, what do we have? We have Amazon Vendor Central, and how do we connect it to Odoo? With EDI, for example, using 2 protocols, EDIFACT and X12. So the first thing is, I don't know if you know what's Amazon Vendor Central, but actually there are 2 things that you can do in Amazon. You can sell your things directly in Amazon. That's not Amazon Vendor Central, that is Amazon Seller. So actually you will publish your products in Amazon and you will sell your products there. But this is not what we are going to talk about here. This is a B2C model. And what we are going to talk about here is about Amazon Vendor. So it's not you who is going to sell your products in Amazon. You will just declare your product in Amazon, you will tell Amazon, I can sell that, and Amazon will sell them for you. It will be Amazon who will be creating the request of quotations for you. And this is what is Amazon Vendor Central, so actually a B2B model. So right now the only ways to connect based on EDI, because they have another API, but based on EDI with Amazon Vendor Central are EDIFACT and X12. EDIFACT is for Europe mainly, and X12 for America. So, what's EDIFACT? You can see in this image a typical purchase order, simple purchase order message for EDIFACT, and I know what you're thinking. That's ugly. So, what's that actually? We have a UNH, BGM, DTM, what's that? So actually, we have to learn to read these messages. We see, for example, that the first line we have the UNH, which is the header segment of the message, identifying it as an orders, like purchase order messages. Then we have the identifier of the document. Then we have, for example, DTM, so the date of the purchase order. Then some address details. So here, for example, you see, where is the pointer? Where's my pointer? Here, okay. So the buyer, for example, address, and the supplier address. And then you see, for example, the line, another purchase order line with the quantities, the price, how many units we are. Oh, what happened here? I'm back, okay. How many units we are selling. So this is a typical EDIFACT message. Let's go and see which is our proposal actually. Because this is what we have right now in Europe. We have Amazon Vendor Central connected to EDIFACT on Odoo. And this was actually in the past, because there were some modules which were connecting Amazon with Odoo in the past, but right now these modules are no longer migrated. So actually we don't have really a good way to connect to Amazon Vendor. So we propose to use GS1 XML. So what is GS1 XML? Let's see GS1 XML. So the same purchase order message that I showed you before, we can see it now here in this message, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful message. I don't need to explain you anything, because you can really see it. There is an order identification here with an entity identification, the buyer, information from the buyer. This is based on the GS1 standards numbers. So actually the GS1 standards are unique numbers which identify products, locations, partners, and actually Amazon, even though they don't have actually Amazon any interface for connecting with GS1, they use GS1 for identifying the product, so we can really read the information directly from Amazon. So here it's self-explanatory. I don't need to explain anything. You see all the information here. One order line with one item. This would be the item, the requested quantity, and the price. So, okay, why GS1 XML? So well, as you see, it's first of all working with Odoo. Odoo is working with XML, so because of something. So that means that we are going in the right way. So because XML is used by Odoo, it's more flexible. You can customize the data. It's easy to read and debug, and that also entails lower costs on formations people, because actually the people can read directly the messages, on checking why a message is not processed, what's wrong data. So this is really cool features. Let's go. Okay, so our solution finally is to use GS1 XML. As we don't have any GS1 XML direct from Amazon vendor, we need actually to translate the information, the EDIFACT information, into our GS1 XML messages. And then we will use our EDI connector module, which we have it already. So we decided also to go that way because we had already an EDI connector module, which was allowing us to do everything based on GS1 XML messages, sending messages here and there, and directly we can just connect to Amazon via our EDI connector. And let's go. There is another talk, by the way, about the EDI connector that we did in the past. So let's sure that you check it out because it was really good. So, okay, let's do a real-world example. A little bit, I will show you how connecting to Amazon would looks like. So, yeah, everything starts by Amazon wants to buy some of our products. So they will send us a message, an EDI message telling us, okay, I want this amount of products. So we are just having a specific folder where we are receiving all the messages from Amazon. And we are processing those folders every hour, every half an hour in a cron. So you can customize that depending on the amount of data that you receive. So actually this is how a message that we receive looks like. Of course with not all the data, but this is more or less what we receive. Okay, so here you can see that we receive it, it is not processed, and we will have a cron which will automatically try to process the message, and happily we will process the message and succeed. What does it do? It creates a record. So actually this is a sale order. So all the information from Amazon will be received by us, and the sale order will be automatically created. Let's go. So this is how the sale order looks like. So as you can see, this is the real powerful thing that we have in this EDI connector with Amazon. And it is that Amazon actually just allows, it creates an order and it waits for you 24 hours to complete all the needed information. And if you don't complete the needed information, your order is lost. So what happens, for example, here, as you can see, I see that the lines that Amazon wants me to give them 24 TU, trading units, because Amazon is always buying in trading units, not in individual units, but in boxes and pallets. So actually, here I see that I have enough quantities, and here as well, but here I don't have enough quantities. If I don't have this connector, if I'm not connected with Odoo, what I have to do is I have to log in into Amazon vendor, check the orders that Amazon have created for me, go to my stock, and then there check and change everything in Amazon. And this has to be done before 24 hours, because if I haven't done my changes and confirmed my order, then this order is lost and Amazon won't create more orders for me. And this is the first thing. And the second important thing is that once you have changed the things for Amazon, so imagine that we are in the Amazon vendor interface and we change the order and we confirm it, if at the end we don't deliver those quantities to Amazon, then that's not cool and Amazon won't make more trades with us. So the cool of having the things in Odoo is that we directly see the current availability. And we can actually see, okay, I have 24, so here I'm clean. I have 29, here I have 10, just 10, although they wanted 13 from me, and here I have 0. And like that, I just saw that, and I just can continue and say, okay, I'm going to change my sale order, and I will put the quantities that I am actually able to sell to Amazon. And as easy as that, we confirm it, and actually we create the pickings. And when we create the pickings, we made already the reservation, so we are sure that no other sale order can take from us these quantities, and we can be sure that we are going to deliver the right quantities to Amazon. So now actually, well, I don't know if you noticed, maybe you noticed that there are some here like panels. It's not because of hiding any compromised data, it's just because it was so easy to do that from Odoo that the client told us, please hide some data because we don't have enough work, and that's why we did it. So well, actually you can send the order confirmation to Amazon vendor here, and this will create an EDI message, okay, for the sent directly to Amazon. So let's see how this EDI message looks like. So in this case, I didn't tell it before, but actually we had an order. We received an order type message from Amazon, and right now we are sending them back an order response. And this is how it looked like, the message. So we will send it to Amazon, and Amazon will automatically update these quantities in the Amazon Vendor Central, know that this sale order is confirmed, and that we will deliver the quantities. Of course, we have filters also in the sale orders view, because as we can only fill in these orders within 24 hours, we have to be really with Amazon every day checking if new orders arrived to really make all the process. So this is not done, so we can continue also with the picking. So actually we reserved our quantities. Here we can see the real quantities that we reserved, because as I told you before, we were doing the things in traded units. So right now we see the real quantities, and we can just confirm the picking. Well, very important hint, it's just more detailed, let's say, but we should put it in the pack. We should put it in pack. I will just show here how I'm confirmed this picking, but normally for Amazon you have to send them the things in pallets and packs. So actually you would put everything in a pallet, and we have with our EDI connector also all the SSCC workflow configured. So all the GS1 standards, our module allows us to do all with that. So also use and send the information about the SSCC packages. So we will send the dispatch advice for Amazon. And in this case, we will send that, as I told you, the dispatch advice, the new message, and Amazon will receive and will know that actually we are dispatching our goods. Last but not least, we have the invoice. We can create the invoice, and the same, we can confirm the invoice, and we can have really send this invoice to Amazon vendor. So as you saw here, this would be the latest message with an invoice. As you saw here, we can cover all the workflow with Amazon vendor. So from the very beginning, when they are sending us an order, to the very end when we are sending them the invoice. And that's very cool. And really the most special part, and this is really a game changer, is the reservation part that we can do in the sale order and direct from Odoo. And well, that was pretty much everything. So if you have any questions. I was too fast.
Hello, thank you for the great presentation. So we have a few questions. The first question is, what if the message is not properly formatted? Will it be checked in the processing?
Yes, of course. We have, let me go 1 second. This should be the previous presentation, but let's start from the very first message. It does not matter if it is an in message or an out message, but here, as you can see, we have this message here, and we are going to process. And always we have this validation against XSD. So this XSD is actually the file, how the file should be formatted. And actually, if it is not valid, we will have here a tab with an error where we will have to check that message, and the message won't be processed. And we can, of course, reprocess again. Once, if the message fails, we can just put it back to the queue so that it is reprocessed, change the data, and yeah, so it will be checked.
All right. Next question is, is there as well the need to translate the message again when you send a reply?
Yeah, exactly. That's a really important part. In this part, let us go here. So actually this is, although I guess I put the arrows just in that direction, of course it's everything in the two directions. So this translation must happen in both directions because Amazon Vendor Central only offers like EDIFACT for connecting.
All right. We have someone saying that the EDI connector tools looks exciting. How does it work on the field level? Can you map fields without any development?
Pardon, could you repeat? I didn't get the question.
Yeah, of course. Can you map fields without any development?
Yes, you can. Let me, not this direction, but the other one. So actually, I guess I don't have any print screen of that. Let us check, maybe here. Well, yes, maybe here I have something. No, I'm a disaster with that. Let's go. Let's see if I find a good example, because I know there is somewhere where we didn't map the thing for this example. So here, yeah, here I have it. So this is the message, how it looks like. So all those is like an example, and they are mappings. And actually in the configuration of the message, we will have some mapping tab with all this information you can fill in. And for that you can choose, for example, among Python fields, so really fields from the model that you can select, or you can also code and select Python code. So there are actually, you can do all what you want and get the information from Odoo so that it is inserted into this, let's say, mappings.
All right, I think we have time for one more question. Do you receive XML files directly from Amazon or through an EDI partner?
No, we receive them, we receive them through an EDI partner. Well, let's see, because actually we have to translate that message, and it will be the message who will be sending it will be Amazon who will be sending the messages. So let me check. Yeah, it will be Amazon who will be sending the message. We just have to translate it, and we will get directly from them.
All right. Next question is, do you have a price for the plugin?
A price for the plugin? Well, yes, but I don't know the price, but you can just go to our stand, which is there. All right. And they will tell you.
Where are you situated exactly for people?
Wait, I have the last 1 second. I will show you. There. So both D6 or 10. So right there.
Because I don't think we'll have time for all the other questions, so that's good to tell people. Maybe one last question.
Okay.
You use XSD. What about XSL for custom mapping?
XS.
So XSL for custom mapping?
I don't know SSL, but what?
All right, but then that person can come and ask you.
Yeah, please ask me later, and we can discuss about it. Yeah, no problem.
And is there any performance bottleneck that you can think of?
Performance? Sorry, I don't hear you well.
Performance issues like bottlenecks, where a part of the
well,
process
actually, we are
slow it down?
all these messages we are processing them in the queue. So actually, we don't have any problems like with performance, because we have the scheduling in the queue, and we are sending and receiving the messages in the queue. So using the queue job from the OCA.
All right. Well, I think that's it for today, but there are still a few questions left on the pad, but don't hesitate to go to the booth to ask them directly. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.